Friends, there are times in our life that people walk into our life and we go, wow, this person has really made a great impact. This morning, Bob, I'm going to ask you to come and stand with me here. On my very first Sunday, I met this gracious man and his wife, and I found out that he lived in Sun City. At that point, I only knew that Sun City was down in Beaufort, and I thought, wow, he's traveled a long way to be with me here this Sunday. Little did I know that Sun City was in Indian land, not very far from here. And he and his wife, in retirement, were serving here as Sunday school teacher and all kinds of incredible ways to serve here. We know that your beloved Betty has gone to be with the Lord, and we all know that we will follow in those footsteps. I'm so happy today that Ann and Elaine and so many of your friends are here this morning. Bob, today we're going to make you Pastor Emeritus of St. John's United Methodist Church for your dedication, for your love for this place, but most of all, for your dedication and your love for the Lord, and for the way that you spread hospitality and love and kindness to everyone that you've ever met. There's a church back in Ohio that you and your beloved wife planted a seed in your basement. And recently you went back there, and that church is a lot different now than it was. But without your love to the Lord and your special calling upon your life, that church would not be there. Those seeds would not have been spread. And the watering that you all did for all those years would have never happened. We give God praise and honor today. Bob, today it is my pleasure that St. John's United Methodist Church right here in Fort Mill, in recognition of your 11 years of faithful service, we present today to the Reverend Bob Romanello, we lovingly bestow on this dear servant of the Lord the title of Pastor Emeritus on this day of September the 18th of the year 2022, signed by Karen Radcliffe.
Reverend Robert Romanello. Pastor Bob was born 1932 in southern Ohio near the Ohio River. After a flood, which they lost their home, his father built a new home high up on a hill. This was a very hard area in which to grow up in. He had a twin brother, and they were quite different from each other. His brother was short and had dark hair. Pastor Bob was much taller and had red hair. Hard to believe. It's hard to believe he has not always been a pastor. He began his early career by attending Ohio University, from 1949 to 1954, earning a BS in mechanical and industrial engineering. He was a safety engineer at Goodyear Atomic Corporation in Piketon, Ohio, from 1956 to 1960. He then moved to Empire Detroit Steel Corporation in New Boston, Ohio. During his 15 years in various positions, he earned a professional engineering license in the state of Ohio in 1964. Xavier University was his next educational achievement, earning an MBA in Business Administration and Management in 1969, commuting on Saturdays. In 1976, he joined Sharon Steel Corporation in Sharon, PA, ending as Industrial Engineering Manager in 1992. 30 years plus in the corporate world would be a challenging experience for most people. Of course, his life mate, Miss Betty, followed him through all these times. Attending church and teaching as they went was always a most important achievement. Pastor Bob's love of God and his Son of our Lord led him to his first church assignment, Oak Hill, now St. Paul's UMC. Pastor Bob speaks of a rather rustic parsonage that required him to wear a skull cap in the winter due to cold wind and snow that routinely came in their bedroom windows and built up on the sill. This time of serving was from 1992 to 1996. His educational time was not over as the family moved south, where Pastor Bob attended Duke Divinity School for coursework in study for ordained ministers from 1998 to 1999. He has served in Western Ohio Conference and retired from the Western North Carolina Conference in 2012. Most recently, he has been asked to preach as a former pastor at the homecoming service at Smyrna United Methodist Church in Monroe, North Carolina, both last year and this year. He's also stepped into the pulpit here at St. John's on more than one occasion. Pastor Bob, congratulations.
Bob, we understand that you recently went back to your beloved Ohio, and you were with some family members, and so many of them wish that they could be here today. This is not a final tribute to you, but some of your family wanted to say thank you for the influence that you've had, not only in their lives, but in everybody that you've ever met before. Watch your family.
Well, just